Welcome to ATOMY. You deserve to feel good about yourself and about life. Well-being is a way of daily life, which is why ATOMY products are of the highest quality and best value, made with love, packaged with the environment in mind, help the communities that use them, used by tens of millions of customers worldwide. Because they discovered ATOMY's secret. Founded in Korea in 2009, ATOMY is now established in many countries across 4 continents. And in 2021, ATOMY is coming to the UK. Absolute quality, absolute price. ATOMY you can trust.
Hi, my name is Yasmin, and I'm going to show you how to do a simple winged eyeliner look. Here we have the ATOMY felt tip eyeliner pen, and as you can see, the tip is very thin, meaning a more precise line for that perfect winged eyeliner look. We're going to draw a stroke that aligns with the bottom lash line, and from the top we are going to draw into the middle of the eye and fill in any gaps, or you can make the line thicker. Now, onto the other eye. So we're going to do the same again. We're going to be drawing a straight line and then connecting the top of the flick to the middle of your eye, filling any gaps or to make the eyeliner thicker. And here you have it. A simple winged eyeliner look under 1 minute. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.
Andy, how are you?
I'm all right, pal. You?
Excellent, excellent. Welcome.
Good, good.
Hi, Andy. How are you?
I'm all right, Suzanne. You?
All right.
Just turning on my light.
Yeah, I was turning on my lights. A little rainy today here. Well, welcome. It's awesome to have you here. I know that we're also streaming on YouTube as well. So we have some awesome content to share with you today, because one of the big questions is, now that we know that ATOMY UK is around the corner to launch, it's not just ATOMY UK. So one of the big things that they announced was that when the UK opens up, all of Europe is going to be opening up. So France, Spain, Sweden, pretty much every European country is going to be opening up. They're going to have the ability to also purchase the product directly, and they're going to have the ability to also do the business, be able to get paid in the process. And that's something that traditionally doesn't happen. Normally, every country has to open up individually. So this is huge news for ATOMY UK and really for everybody in Europe, because the market just went from, what is in the UK, like 50, 60 million people to just
upside down
to 500 million people right off the bat. So there's steps to take in order to be able to get your business off the ground. And a lot of times, we think, well, what do I do? How do I get started? What are the steps that I can take to really get this going and get it off the ground? Because right now there's a humongous opportunity in the UK leading up to its opening. So May 28th is going to be the next UK one-day seminar on YouTube. And they're going to be announcing the actual opening date, the launch date. So that gives us a good solid month to month and a half to be able to take advantage of pre-registration. Now, why is it so important to take advantage of pre-registration? Because it's extremely rare when you get the opportunity to be able to sort of position yourself, start building a team before anything even launches. So you're off to a head start before anybody else does. Now, once it opens, right, and people start trying product and they start buying, it's going to start spreading like wildfire. You're just going to see people are going to start knowing about ATOMY, hearing about ATOMY. So it gives you the advantage for you who's registered, beforehand. Now, this opportunity means that, the number one strategy right now is to register. It's to offer, free memberships is really what it is explaining, there's some awesome products that are coming to the UK and to all of Europe. So if you know people in other countries in Europe, there's these products that are absolutely amazing, great quality, good price. And I think they may interest you. I want to give you your free membership. It's just like Amazon. You can go in and you'll be able to buy as soon as it gets in, and there's no monthly fees or annual charges, right? That's sort of the easiest way for you to start building and really, prepping a customer base. I look at it as no different than if you were opening or launching your own store, right? Your own business, your own corner store, supermarket. If you're going to be opening up in June, you're going to want to pre-market a little bit, right? And let the neighborhood know, hey, there's going to be a new store opening up. We're going to have everything that you need, great products. So just be on the lookout for it. You give them a little flyer, you post it on Facebook, right? And you start to pre-market just to, create a buzz beforehand. It's no different with ATOMY. And the people that do take advantage of that see huge results because basically upon opening, they already have a customer base that's sort of waiting for it, right? They're expecting, and they're like, okay, I want to try it. A lot of times it's mere curiosity. Okay, I'm going to go in, I'm going to check and see what they have. And they go in and they check see what they have. And they're like, oh, okay. So that, I'm already taking, vitamin C. I'm already using, certain, lotions, and creams and anti-aging creams. And so all they're doing is we're just introducing them to another brand, to another product. And that's what makes the pre-registration phase really somewhat easy, right? We're sort of prepping the market. Now, in that process, you're going to find people that are visionaries. They're people that understand what it means and what it's like to be a pioneer, right? To be one of the first people to be able to embark, right, on an entrepreneurship project with a company that's just starting. And it's something so similar. If I were to tell you, if you could get in on Apple stock when it first launched, would you? And I know the answer would be 100,000,000% yes, right? I would have loved to have been a pioneer and been able to get some Apple stock or get some Amazon stock, before the company even launched. And that's really the phase that we find ourselves in right now, because ATOMY is going to continue growing. Right now, we're over 20 million members in 12 years. So a lot of it is patience and getting in at the right time. Now, what we're going to be looking at today and what Suzanne is going to be talking about today is really sort of the simple steps and process to be able to have success in ATOMY. And it's a foolproof model. It's a foolproof, and I'm trying to say fool, right? It means that it doesn't matter. You can have somebody who's 75 years old do this and they'll have success. You can have a 19-year-old do this and they'll have success. You can have somebody in the UK do this and somebody in Mexico do it, and they'll both have success. So it's flawless. And everybody that's done this and follows these steps, they all see success. All of them, every single one. And I can tell you from experience, when I first got started, I know what it's like working, a country that's in pre-registration. I did it with other countries, and I can see the fruit of that labor that you do, and it really does position you. And I started using this process, this system that Susanna is going to show us, and so has she. That's why she's gotten to the position of sales master, because it's just simply just do it. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. Sometimes what we have to overcome is, our own insecurities or laziness or procrastination. I'll get to it. I'll do it. We'll see how it goes. But everybody who really, says, what, I'm really going to give this a shot. I'm going to put my mind to it. I'm going to put the work into it. Every single person that does this succeeds. And so that's what I love about ATOMY, is that this isn't a typical opportunity where, the most charismatic people and the ones that, have the best communication, are the ones that have success and that make money. It's really is. It's incredible to see how there's women that have made it that, never graduated past primary school, never completed it. And they're people that are making $30,000-$40,000 a month, 20 to 30,000 euros monthly. And frankly, the only reason why they succeeded is because they didn't know any better. They just simply kept at it and they continued following the steps, while others were like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. And that's what we have 80-year-olds. We have people that are close to 80 years old that are making over $1 million a year. Over $1 million a year. And you look and you compare that to other opportunities or other companies, and you see the smiling face, right? Oh, this person has had success and they're making, a ton of money. And you see them and it's like, that person looks like they could be on a soap opera, right? It's just like the perfect, like good looking person, wearing the best looking suit, and they speak so eloquently. And then you look at them and it's like, well, maybe I can't talk like that. I'm not, that's not me. And I think that here in ATOMY, we have the biggest diversity of people reaching success. And when I say success, it's not just about the money. It's the fact that they now have freedom with their time. They're able to do what they want. They're able to spend time with their family. They're able to go travel the world, right? And they're just, frankly, people like you and I. They're just your everyday normal people. And so I'm really excited about today's subject because I think it's the most essential thing to be able to get you started in your ATOMY business. So I'm going to hand it over to our sales master, Susanna Perez. She's going to share with us what is that 8-step process for us to be able to have success.
I wish life was that simple, where you could just have 8 steps for everything, right? For anything, like you could get the perfect recipe in 8 steps, and the perfect anything in 8 steps. And it's so amazing that you could do a business where you could just stick to something, go in a row, say, okay, you start this, and this, and that. And at the end of that, you're going to have success. So I think our president, Hang Park, he just, like they say in Colombia, he hit it off the park. And, it's amazing what you could do with just simple instructions, things that you could just do as you go and just have success. Most companies, you have to figure it out. Most companies, like Alfonso says, you have to have that charisma, or be that person that is self-motivated and just wakes up every day super positive, right? So for the average person, this doesn't happen. But if you follow these steps, you will have success in ATOMY. So I'm going to share our presentation. It's very, let me see, it's this one. Yes. Okay. So I don't think we have introduced our president, the person that started ATOMY. So the person that started ATOMY, his name is Hang Park. He's basically a visionary. It's if you see Jeff Bezos, you think he's smart, and you think that he's amazing because he's got all this wealth. Well, think again, because Hang Park has the same mentality, but his mentality includes every single person in this globe. Every single person in every country in the world, they could have the opportunity to make money and have their family, live well. Imagine if Jeff Bezos would share, the founder of Amazon would share the wealth with a lot of people, the world wouldn't be how it is. And Hang Hill Park has thought of those things. So just a little background, of who Hang Hill Park is. He's been in Fortune magazine. I don't know if I skipped. I don't know what happened here. Skip one of my slides. Well, I'm gonna have to read it for you guys. It's here. I don't know why it didn't do it. You guys could see this one?
Yes, we can see
okay.
it.
All right, because it doesn't show it in when it's in presenter view. Okay, so Hang Hill Park, he has a bachelor's in commerce from the Kyoji University. He's got a PhD in business administration, and then he's got an honorary doctorate of missionary from the Canadian Christian College. In 1992, he started a multi-level marketing in Australia. And in 1995, he reached the highest rank in the MLM. So, about 3 years. In 1999, he won the Grand Prize Award of Korean Network Marketing, First President Network Marketing Leaders Club. In 2000, he was a founder of I Am Korea. I Am Korean's the equivalent of like Amazon. I guess he was really ahead of his time because it was just in Korea, so it didn't really flourish. But he kept the idea and he developed it. He started developing so become what ATOMY is now. So in 2013, he became the vice chairman of the Korea Society of Food and Science Nutrition. In 2015 through 2018, he was a vice president of the Korea Direct Sales Association. And in 2019, he became the president of the Korea Direct Sales Association. And ever since 2009, he's been the founder and chairman of ATOMY. Okay, so now I'm going to continue. He's been in the cover of Fortune magazine from Korea. And he was the first in the industry to be accredited a CCM certification, officially recognized as consumer-centered network marketing. So, everything that Hang Hill Park has ever done is based on the people that are in the business or that are consumers. So, he's always thinking of others, which is really good. He created a model that I think has helped every person in this business just become great. Because in other businesses, you do focus in the material things, right? And he says that, no, we have to focus. The first thing is cherish the spirit. Why? Because we're all people. We all have spirits. We all have things inside of us, right? So it's not just about the material. Yeah, you got to achieve material things. But if you don't do it the right way, if you use people, if you're not treating them, with care, you're not going to win. Another thing is creating the vision. I was talking to Alfonso. There's so many things happening in our business, so many people succeeding, so many people taking advantage of the system, and they're winning in places where you wouldn't even think. Colombia is like a very, very poor country, but now, like, because of ATOMY, there's a lot of people becoming sales master, diamond master. So, like, we're creating the vision, not just in the countries where we're at, but outside. Right now that UK is going to open, we want to set that vision for you, that you could be that person, that you could be the one that's having this success, right? So we're creating the vision. Another thing is to follow the faith, because we all believe in something. We all believe in something higher than us, and we just have to hold on to that. And with faith, we will do this business. And the last one, it's like Alfonso say, we have like different spectrums. We have people that haven't even graduated elementary school. We have people that have, PhDs, or they're doctors, or like they have like really good education. So it's like both end of the spectrums. So here, everybody deserves respect, just like the person that, it's very simple, maybe a housewife, maybe somebody, an elderly person that wants to start the business, deserves the same respect as the doctor or, the educated person. So that's the model that Hang Hill Park has created for us. If you do this, if you use this model to lead the way in your business, you will have success. And the last part, I like it because in every country they translate it to, whatever, motivates you. In Spanish, we say vamos, vamos, vamos. So that means let's go, let's go, let's go. In Korean, it's aza, aza, aza. So, we always do that, like a little kind of like a cheer, right? Like aza, 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 because we're going to continue, we're going to go, right? So it's something amazing that it just pumps you and makes you feel really excited. I'm really excited about this business. I know the future, like in the next 6 months, my family family, my life is going to change, my husband's life. We're going to be doing great things and taking others with us, right? So asa. So now, yes, you have to learn it, Andy. You have to pump your fist. Asa. Cool. So yes, so with this, now that you know who Hankyo Park, you're gonna have an introduction of what he thinks your business should look like, and what he thinks the steps are to follow so you could have success. Many people, like Alfonso says, myself included, have followed these steps, and that's what made up. I started doing these 8 steps in June of last year, and it took me about 6 months to get to the first mastership. And one of the months that I was running, one of the months that I was doing my 8 steps, I had COVID a whole month with my family. We were in quarantine. I was doing everything from the phone and the internet, Zooms and everything. So it doesn't matter. As long as you're doing the work, as long as you're doing the steps, you will have success. So that's just proof. Okay, so it's 8 steps to success, starting with the basic minimums of, having a dream, having a goal, all the way to like duplicating it in somebody else. So the first step, like I said, is having a goal. What's the goal? The goal is not having money. The goal is not just having money. The goal is having a balanced life. What's a balanced life? Having a good life, let's say having like you said, money, maybe having a nice place to live, maybe having time off, maybe a vacation. How about giving back? It's not just about what you are gonna get, but what you're gonna give. How about contributing to your church or somebody? Like I'm very passionate about like kids that don't have parents. One day I really want to open maybe a place where kids have an opportunity that don't have parents to have love, and so all those things. Also, you have to learn new things, my goal is to learn Italian very well so I could communicate with people in Italy. So that's one of my goals. That's what I want to learn. And then like this, overall have a balanced life. So the first thing you have to do in ATOMY is set a goal. What do you want for your future? What do you want in 6 months? Maybe you could have short-term goals or long-term goals. And then from there, we draw up a plan, which is the next one. It's a commitment. What's the commitment? What are you willing to do to get those things that you set as goals? Okay, the first thing is, you need to center your life. You need to be the influence in your life. You can't just go by what people tell you. A lot of people were telling me, why you do that? Why are you selling products? Why are you doing this business? No, I have to make my kind of like my mentality has to be intact, and I can't let other people tell me negative things. I have to keep it positive. Tell them that the products are amazing. They are amazing. They help people. They made my father-in-law be healthier for a while. They made my sister-in-law grow hair. There's other people that have like their diabetes has gone away. So there's no way somebody else is going to tell me that the products don't work. Okay. And then what are you willing to do? Okay. So the commitment is like, okay, you're gonna do this, right? You're gonna do this business. Your goal is this. So you're gonna work every day to make it happen, right? So the next one is step number 3. Step number 3, they say that I don't know if you see your phone right now, but in my phone, there's about 500 contacts. It doesn't matter. Probably don't even know, like probably a third of them, but they're there. For some reason, they're there. One day I got in touch with them. One day I talked to them. And if you go into my Facebook, I probably have like 600 friends. And they're fake friends, fake book friends, because probably I don't even know them either, but they're there. They're just, to me, having those people in my Facebook, it's an opportunity, right? Because if you have those contacts, you could talk to every single person. So your goal, your third step is to make a list. The list, it's imagine you're gonna like do a great event. You're gonna do either a bar mitzvah, or you're gonna do a wedding, or you're gonna do a graduation. Who would you invite to this event? Who would you bring in? Here in the Mexican heritage, we have kind of a coming of age for young ladies. It's called a quinceañera or a sweet 15. When we make the sweet 15, we invite like about 300 people, 200 people. It's almost like a wedding. So imagine you would have that list of 300 people. Okay. So what are you going to do with it, right? You're not going to judge. You're not going to say, oh, certain person doesn't buy products. Oh no, they're not motivated. They don't want to do it. No, you're just going to write every single number, every single name, and you're just going to make a list. It says, do not list people that might be interested in doing the business. Just put down every individual you know, okay? And then it says, the speed at which you inform the people on the list will determine your success, okay? And then it says, if you want to achieve something challenging in your life, make them happen in an intensive manner. So, okay, so now you have your list. Now you're gonna go to the next step, an invitation. Okay, we can go in person to see them. You don't have the products. You don't have, you haven't made any money. So how do you do it? You bring them to the Zoom. You bring them here. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna tell them, hey, you're gonna have your list and you're gonna invite every single one of them every day to the Zoom. So you're gonna take it in spurs, right? I kind of made a division of 300 people. Let's say you have 300 people, we divided in 3 months. That's 100 people a month, okay? That's 25 people a week. And if you work 5 days a week, it's about 5 people a day. So imagine you call your list 5 people a day. Can we do that? Have we talked to people like more than 5 people a day for just nonsense? We do. Sometimes we talk to more. We send messages to people. We send texts to people. We send, so let's do the same thing here. Call 5 people every day. And in 3 months, you will have gone through your whole list. Imagine having 300 people sign up to your business. It will make an explosion, right? It says, it's important that you commit to a certain number of phone calls every day. Okay, so you have to be consistent. Why? Consistency is what makes everything work. Why? Because imagine there's always an example that Angel Park gives, that it's kind of like putting a pot of water or milk. I picture milk, right? That you put it to boil. And then imagine you turn on the heat, right? 10 minutes, and then you turn it off. And you turn on the heat, and then you turn it off. It's never gonna boil. It's never gonna go over, right? So here in ATOMY, if you put a consistency, if you put at 20%, if you put at 30%, if you put it at 50%, if you put it at 100%, you just have to have that commitment. How fast do you want to do it? That's the intensity you have to give it. So imagine you put it at 50%, eventually the milk is going to boil and it's going to go over. Once it spills over, it's done. You have done your job, and this business is going to work on its own. So that's the important of keeping a consistency, okay? So then number 5, it's explaining the business. Of course, in the beginning, you don't know anything. You don't know what to say, but that's why you come to the Zooms. That's why you listen to videos. There's so many videos of Angel Park explaining the business, explaining the products, explaining our main product, HemoHim, and that is what's going to take you over the top. Why? Just learning your craft, learning about the business, learning the concept of the company, the products, the compensation plan, everything that has to do with the business, little details, how's it going to be shipped, all those things. You're going to learn them. Right now you don't know them, but eventually you are going to learn them. Step number 6 is follow up. Once you have gotten in touch with one person, how fast are you going to talk to them again about the business, right? So it says if you make a phone call today, within 48 hours, you need to set up a meeting, you need to set up a Zoom, you need to set up something so we could help you and train them, right? So we need to clear their doubts, because this is the age of information. It's so easy to just go in the phone and say, ATOMY this, ATOMY that. And, they're going to create their own mind, their own mentality, and they're going to say, oh, ATOMY doesn't work. You know, we have so many people like that. They tell us yes one day, then the next day they miss out because they just read something that didn't make sense. So get the information from us. We're having the success. We're having the track record. Our diamond master Alfonso, he's doing great things with our teams. He's putting all his tools, all his ingenuity to what we're doing, and we're gonna grow. We're gonna grow. It will be so crazy if we don't grow. It will be, I don't know. I don't want to say like a bad word, but it will be stupid not to grow with everything he's like throwing at us. Okay. Another like step number 7 is consultation. Basically, you know, a lot of people say, hey, you know, I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone. But you do. You know your neighbor, you know your mom, you know your sister, you know. So, you know, it's not about not having a list. It's about, you know, just sitting down with that person that, you know, you're talking to and helping them, kind of like jogging their mind. Hey, what about like somebody that likes money? What about somebody that likes business? What about somebody that loves to put on like, you know, nice, you know, lotions? What about somebody that likes nice hair? You know, then you said, oh, so and so has really pretty hair. We could like sell them the shampoo. Oh, so and so has, you know, like really good skin, or, you know, they had really bad skin. So that could be a customer, you know, and just jogging people's memory. You know, like everybody knows somebody. They say that we're like 1 or 2 people away from 1,000 people. So, you know, like we're not interested in who they know, or we're not interested about them, but who they know, right? So maybe you don't have somebody, but you know 1 or 2 people that know 1,000 people. So that's the difference. Okay. It's another thing that a lot of people say is that, you know, they need to be explained everything about the business. They need to be like the vision, like I said, you know, Alfonso has like a big vision of all the people are under him to like make it big. He opened Colombia in October, and a lot of people from Colombia, I don't know, he didn't mention it, but maybe he could mention it in a little bit. A lot of people from Colombia just started in October. In October, it's crazy. And now they're becoming sales master. How long is that? It's not even 6 months, you know? So that's what's going to happen with UK. You get started today, you start your business today, you grow it, you bring the people in, and in a few months, you're going to become a sales master. What does sales master mean for you? It means about $4,000, you know, $3,000 to $4,000, you know, I don't know exactly how much it is in did we have that conversion? How much is $4,000 in pounds? He's gonna do it right now. So that's what it means for you. You know, I don't know how much, you know, like how big of a difference from $2,000 to $4,000 will make in your life. Yeah,
It's about 2,800 pounds.
2,800 pounds. Andy, what can you do with 2,800 pounds extra?
A lot.
A lot, right? Yeah, you could save up, you could get out of debt. That's my goal. That's my goal, to get out of debt. I'm not super in debt, but you know, like it piles up, you know, it piles up. And you know, like we have like it says in our presentation that we have you know, what is that? Giovanni knows it really good. Like what is that? Like residual bills, but not residual income. Yeah, and you know, that's what we want to change. We want you to have residual income and forget about your bills, you know, just pay them off and not ever get in debt, right? So that's something, you know, and the products sell themselves. You know, you don't really have to push them. You just have to tell the people to try them. I'm always like I don't carry a purse, but I carry them in my car. I'm very simple. I'm like I don't like extra things, so I carry my phone, and then in my car I carry my toothpaste and my toothbrushes. So as soon as I see somebody that might be interested in the business, I'm like, hey, you know what? Can I give you this? Can I give you a toothpaste, and I'm promoting this product. It's amazing. You guys, you know, you could try it and you'll see the difference. Okay. I have a guy, I just gave him a toothpaste. I didn't have a toothbrush with me. And he said, you know what? That toothpaste is really good. Well, how can I get started? Can I buy it? I'm like, it's simple. In the US, it's so simple. Hopefully they do that in the UK. There's an app. Everybody loves apps. They download the app. I tell them, okay, put your information. Boop, boop, boop. They put their information and they get an account. And then after that, I don't have to worry. They just buy on their own. Why? Because they love the product. So I didn't sell it to them. They bought it themselves. They bought it because they liked it. They bought it because they love the product. So it's something that, you know, like you don't have to worry about. The products sell themselves, and the products are reusable. It's not like something that, oh, you know, I just bought it once and I don't really need it anymore. No, it's something that people use every day. People brush their teeth every day. People wash their clothes every day. People wash their hair every day, hopefully, you know, and they take their vitamins, you know, like, so, you know, it's something that it's consistent. You know, you're always gonna have that client. In the beginning, Giovanni and I would like talk and say, you know what, imagine that we had at least just 90 clients. 90 clients. Imagine 90 clients. That means that you would have one client a day that would buy a product. One sale every, you know, because they will buy every 90 days. Most of the products, like our vitamin C, it's got 90 packets. That means it's 3 months. So that means that if you have 90 clients, it will like restart again every 90 days. So that was our goal. Right now we are overwhelmed. We don't even know who's under us. We don't know who buys under us. We have like about, I want to say, a good 800 people in our network. And, you know, it's just growing. It's just growing and growing and growing. Like, that's the consistency, because we started 6 months ago. We turned on the fire and it's boiling over. Now we don't even know who's like doing the business, right? So it's amazing. We're concentrating and building and moving, and that's what's going to happen to the UK too. Okay. And it's just about doing the system. Okay. I was talking to a lady that her mom got into the business with the wrong group, right? So, you know, she was doing the business somewhere else. In a year, she accumulated 3 people. That's it, right? And then she's been in the business with me for like about 3 weeks, and she's got like 14 people in less than 3 weeks. So that means it's just about the system. It's about doing the things correctly. In our business, in our organization with Alfonso and our, you know, our downlines, everybody's doing the business correctly. We're implementing these steps. We're implementing doing the binary correctly. So you're gonna have success. You know, you're not gonna have to worry about any of that. We're training everybody the correct way. And then the last step is duplication. What does that mean? That you're just going to continue. You're going to get your new person that's under you, and you're going to tell them, hey, this is the system. There's 8 steps of success. You're going to watch this video. You're going to watch this presentation. You're going to watch this PowerPoint, and you're going to do exactly what it says. You're going to do step 1, do your goal. Step 2, the commitment. Step 3, your list. Step 4, you know, your appointments or your phone calls. And that's going to just continue. And every time you're going to do the 8 steps, 8 steps, 8 steps. And it's like Alfonso said, it's foolproof. Why? Because it's just steps. It's just like directions. It's, you know, like like I said, if everything had 8 steps, all our lives will be solved, right? Like, we wouldn't have to worry about anything. So this is something that I like I said, I follow. Hanghill Park had it in his mind. He, like I said, he's a visionary. He knows what to do. It says right here, do exactly like successful people did when they first started. Make up your mind to follow their footsteps. For good duplication, the original version must be good. So it's like, if you start good, everybody else is going to do great, right? Why? Because it's easier. It's breaking that pattern. I was listening to this podcast or this video that said about when nobody thought the 4-minute mark for running for the mile could be broken. You know, nobody thought. Everybody's like, no, it can't be done. It can't be done. One guy did it. after that, it's been like broken so many times, so many times. It's why? Because it's already in the mind that it could be done, that it's gonna happen, that you could have success. Why? Because you see, like right now, if you I don't know, we have a chat with all the leaders in the Spanish community. I think there's been like probably 200 messages today. Why? Because all these people became sales masters today. You don't, if you don't know what sales master, you need to stick a little bit more, come next week and we'll explain it to you. But basically it's the first mastership. It's getting those $2,800, and they're doing it in countries where it's like $2,800. They could live like that forever. They could like solve all their issues financially with $2,800. But here we have to work a little bit more. In California, that's just a side job, because you need to make so much more money. But in Mexico and Colombia and any country that has it's not that developed, $2,800, that's all you need. You're making like probably 10 times more than the average person. So ATOMY is that great. We're coming to every country. We're injecting money. We're injecting to the economy. We're getting people, excited and motivated again to live, and we're in a pandemic. We're in a pandemic. It's amazing how a business like this could have so much success even when everything else is closing down. So, that just tells you that we're doing the right thing. So, like I told Alfonso, I'm very excited. My heart is like, like jumping out of my chest because I'm so excited for these people, because I know it's coming for us too, for my team and for everybody that's in, in ATOMY, that's doing things the correct way. So this is the way it's supposed to be. I don't know if you guys have any questions or if you want to add any comments, and that's basically it for me.
That's awesome, Susanna. Thank you so much for that. And as she was talking, as she was mentioning that, just some points that I want to add is a lot of times the problem is us, right? It's sometimes all you got to do is just follow the map, right? Just follow the steps, follow the maps. What happens is, a lot of times we're going to go somewhere and it's like, no, but I know a shortcut. And so we end up, we're like, okay, let's take the shortcut. And then we get stuck in traffic or something happens and it ends up taking us longer just because we just didn't follow the GPS, right? The 8 steps to success is the exact same thing. And the importance is, Susanna was saying, sometimes people are like, oh, it's because it just doesn't work. The system doesn't work, or, it just doesn't work for me. And the system works. If it works for a 70-year-old and an 80-year-old, the system works. And if it works for a 19, 20-year-old, it works. The problem a lot of times is the speed in which we do it. And that's why when Susanna was talking about the velocity, right, and not procrastinating and really, going full throttle with it is so important, because it's a very good example is an airplane, right? An airplane needs to get to approximately 400 to 450 kilometers per hour in order to be able to take off. If that airplane never gets to the top speed it needs to be able to take off, it's just frankly not going to take off. So the landing strip is going to end before that plane is able to take off. Now, is it because the plane doesn't fly? No, the plane has every capability to fly. It's just you didn't get to the velocity that you needed. You didn't get to that top speed that you needed in order to take off. Once you're off the ground, it's easier to climb to 10,000 feet because you're already flying. But when you're on the ground, you're like, wow, 10,000 feet, 15,000 feet looks like quite a bit, right? To get to that point. But all we got to do is don't worry about the 10,000 feet. Let's focus about getting off the ground. Let's take off, right? Let's get the wheels off the ground. And all that is, and all that means is we just have to continue and be persistent and consistent. If you want to see results, it's following the steps and it's being as consistent as possible and adding speed to that. And that's why I want to encourage you, and Andy, it's really is give it your all. Start taking advantage of the opportunity right now, and trust me that you're going to start seeing the results. And the awesome thing about this business is we're all here to help. We're all here to help. This is a business about helping. It's one of the only businesses that I've found, and I've been in traditional business, so I've owned my own businesses, and it's a very dog eat dog world out there. And this is one of the very few opportunities I'm like, wow, people actually want to help you and they want to see you succeed. And it's also because the system has been sort of rigged that way, is that you can't grow unless you're helping others succeed. It's such an ingenious way to build a company and to create a system and a model, is that you're always going to have that support. And what Susanna's saying is so true, is there's this momentum that's brewing in ATOMY right now that's just incredible, because we haven't even broke through the surface yet. This is not even, I mean, it's like, it's barely the tip of the iceberg, what we're seeing. And everybody who can see that vision and who understands that is, you know, your future self is going to thank you for it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. So I'm all about, you know, let's do something now that our future self is going to look at us and be like, God, you know, old Andrew, or, you know, Andrew from 5 years ago. Thank you so much. I know at first you were just like, I don't know, but thank you so much, because it's completely changed our lives. And I can tell you that just the last 6 months for me have been night and day. And so I can only imagine what another 2 years would look like. Right. So, you know, last thing I want to say is, and Susanna and I were talking about this earlier today, is it's like surfing, right? If surfers and people that love surfing, they're always on the lookout for that perfect wave. That one wave that you just don't want to miss, right? That wave's coming, as you got to ride that wave, because you may not get another one of those waves coming your way. And that is what ATOMY is. ATOMY is that wave, and everybody who jumps on is, they're going along for the ride. So any questions, comments, thoughts, any things that aren't clear that we can answer for you, Andrew?
No, just take